Hi guys, and welcome back to another vlog. Thanks for tuning in. It's a pleasure having you as always. Before I get started in this one, I'd like to say I'd like to give Dave Jaguar a mention. Dave, mate, that E-type that you've got, that's a very brave project, mate. I'm really looking forward to watching the progress on that. That'll be really good to watch. If anybody can pull this one off, you can, mate. The Mini as well, that's looking really good. I'm glad that you changed the rear lights for the OEM style lights, because the clear lights certainly didn't do the car any justice. If it was my car, I probably would have put Mark III style lights in the back. I'm pretty sure they would fit, you know, which would mean deleting the reverse lights from the light cluster, and I would have put a reverse light on the valance at one side and a fog light at the other, but that's just me. Another shout out, just one more for this video, is DB Mini. Mate, that was some buy you got there with that shell and all the parts, as well as the rotisserie jig. You've done really well there, mate. You know, I've measured up all the nuts and bolts for you that are on my jig, so maybe we can take a trip to BDS in Edinburgh and we'll get the nuts and bolts that you require, and we'll get that built up. I'll give you a hand building that up, just with the state of your arm at the moment, you know, because there's not really much you can do. So if we can get that built up, get the car on the jig, obviously you'll need to get rid of that shell first, or do what you're going to do with it. Yeah, I'll certainly give you a hand with that, mate. Anyway, enough spraffing for now, and let's get cracking on with this video. I'm going to start fabricating bracing bars for this shell before I go any further. As you've seen in the last video, I removed the bin from down here. It doesn't look too healthy. I should be able to straighten it out and clean it up, but if not, I'm just going to buy new bins. So I would like your opinions on aftermarket bins, please. Are they better than Heritage, or just as well going for a Heritage like what I've been doing so far on the project? I'm trying to obviously save some money now, because my spend at the moment is well over £2,000, so I really need to watch what I'm doing with the spending. That's if I want to keep the wife happy, you know, and I don't want to upset the wife. So yeah, we'll make a start, and we'll start making the shell a bit more rigid and put some bracing in. I've already got tubular steel just here for it, so let's crack on. Well, that's all the bracing done. Unfortunately I lost some more footage because the battery in the camcorder was as flat as a witch's tit, so it cut off. So rather than just stop what I was doing this time, I decided just to push ahead because I wanted to get this mini braced up so that I can start the floor. That is one panel that I've got, so I can crack on with that. So I'll just show you what I've done. First of all, as usual, I've given the garage a clean. I always clean this after I'm finished. A clean garage is a happy garage, as they say. If we move this just now, it's a little bit heavier now because it's got more metal in it. So I'd need to check the footage to see at what point the battery went off, but this is what I've done anyway. I've added some bracers from the back. It's welded on here and welded on down here to the front. I've got these uprights welded to the dash rail, and this welded onto the top of the tunnel there, and this bar welded onto the B posts, both sides, and that side's replicated as well. I've put these bits of metal here down onto the floor. They're sitting on the floor, so I'll know how high to put the new floor when it goes in. It should be self-explanatory anyway, providing it's been cut right or folded right, or it's the right size, because the inner wing should finish level with the sill. And the panels that I've had from M-Machine so far have all been spot on, so I really don't doubt that the floor will be any problems. So yeah, that's where we're at. I've also done the same at the front, just so I know how far up the floor goes, and also the edge of that is on the edge of the bowl for your feet. So yeah, that's the car, and next job will be the floor. I'll get the floor in. Well, I'll get half the floor in anyway. I'll leave the heel board in position at the moment, and I will try and drill the spot welds out on the old heel board if possible. If not, I'll just chop them. But I'll leave the heel board in just now. I've actually got a heel board, a heritage one for it, so obviously I can only put that on once both sides of the floor is on. So yeah, I think once I've got this half of the floor welded in, I'll obviously offer up the new floor, and once it's solid I should be able to cut off the whole heel board, I would think, and weld a new one in, or tack weld it in anyway, tack it in, tack the floor in, tack the heel board in. Yeah, I'll need to cross that bridge when I come to it, unless you guys have got any better ideas than me. I will be replacing the whole floor pan from back to front, and I'll be taking the cross member out as well. I'm thinking of just cutting it in half and whipping it out and then welding it back together again when it's time to go back together, or just pick it out and take it out in one go. Again, let me know your thoughts on that, because it would be appreciated. I've got this side here on the cross member to repair, so I'll either repair it or I'll see how much it costs for a new one. Maybe just buy a new one, but we'll see. Anyway guys, once again, if you've made it this far, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Cheers for now.